that's a wonders world. This is a world where we speak about the world of social work, the world of hair and beauty, property, vlogs, anything that I want to chuck on my channel that is pretty much helpful for people. That's what we're going to do. And today we have our friend Shells once again talking about social work. Like we said, guys, we are bringing you guys social work content on a monthly basis, and that's on and we are trying our best to get this content out. And all this content has actually come from you guys. You guys have asked these questions. You guys have requested this content. You guys have said, can you do a video on this? Can you do a video on that? Can you do a video on that? And we took a whole list of everything that you requested and we're churning out all that information on a monthly basis. So if you have any further inquiries, any further videos that you want us to do, whether it's social work related or whether it isn't, please make sure you comment below. Don't forget, we both actually own properties as well, so if you have any property videos that comes to mind that you want me and Shells to do collectively, please put that down below as well. That's another route that we could take and, you know, share information on both of our channels. Anyway, today we are talking about transitioning into agency work from being a permanent social worker. This is one of the requests that one of you had, and we are fulfilling it. So, where do we start? We'll start from when in our career did we decide to become agency, why we decided to become agency, and yeah. I feel like, so to be precise, I went agency in 2018.
Yeah.
We went at the same time.
It was the same time.
Yeah. I do apologise if this sounds like we're repeating ourselves, because I feel like we've mentioned this before. But anyway, yeah, 2018, we are now in 2022, going into 2023. So we would have been agency nearly 4 years. 5 years.
What, 5 years?
19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Wow.
So we are going to our 5th year of being agency workers. Bloody hell, that actually went really quickly.
Wow, it's time, dude.
Why did you go agency?
Because the agency workers that were working with me were like, you need to go agency.
Why did they say you need to go agency?
Because why are you a permanent worker?
Period.
That's literally what they said to me.
No, seriously, because there were 2 ladies no, not even 2, there was multiple ladies in social work in the office that I really admired. Like, they just done their work, done their thing, and fortunately for me, the majority of aunties or older ladies that I formed some sort of working relationship with, they were all agency. One had 4 children, one had 2 children, but they were all agency for a number of years, over 5 years. So I thought, okay, cool. She's got kids, she can do what she needs to do. She's been agency for X amount of years, and they all get paid double plus what I get paid. So I was thinking, okay, cool, but I didn't even think, I need to go agency still at that point. It was, the tipping point for me was when I eventually came to the realisation when I was 24 that I need to buy a house, and I thought, okay, I need to save, and I started to save on my permanent salary, and I was scraping £1,000 per month savings, and then I thought, how much could I save if I was agency? And it was pretty much £2,500 per month, or 2k per month, something like that, I can't remember. And then I thought, nah, I need to go agency, because that was one of the things for me. Second thing that tipped it over completely was when I actually started the home buying process. I spoke to a mortgage advisor. He told me that I can only afford a house that was a 1-bed, something that costs no more than £180,000. And I thought, yeah, but I don't want a 1-bed. I want a garden. I want a semi-detached. I want like 3 beds minimum, 2 beds, and maybe like a conservatory kind of space where I can do my hair stuff. So I had an ambition, but my salary wasn't taking me there. So I thought, okay, no, I need to go to agency. I spoke to Shells. Shells was like, yeah, we need to do this. Like,
literally.
Like, she's like, we need to do this. And then I even got a phone call from an agency guy, like, in that period. I was like, nah, this is God speaking. I need to go to agency now. And then I literally didn't look back, and I just went agency. And yeah, I haven't looked back, and I'll never be permanent.
Ever. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have thought about being permanent again, just because I think having a child, being permanent, it just gives you a bit more flexibility. Like, I work with people who have kids and they're just like, oh, need the day off, or oh, my child's sick, oh, this or that, and then it's just like, yo, as an agency worker, you just give yourself this pressure that you can't take days off. But you can, obviously, if you put your money aside and you budget properly, you can actually afford to take time off and days off, but you just are pressured into working.
You kind of do the calculations and you think, hold on, if I take this day off, that's a whole 200 and something pounds. If I take 3 days off, that's 600, 700 pounds. It's like, nah, I'm just gonna work. I'll just firm it.
Yeah.
Just firm it till 5. We just have to work till 5.
5, yeah.
But then, when I was permanent, before I made that decision to go agency, I actually done a lot of calculations. I didn't just make that decision. I calculated, so I used to get 25 days annual leave. So I calculated what my salary was as permanent and broke it down to how much I get paid per day and per hour, and I calculated how much those 25 days would give me. I added that total to my salary at the time. I then done if I was sick for 10 days in a year. I'm barely sick, touch wood, but I thought if I was sick 10 days in a year, how much would that be? Calculated that, added that to my salary, and then I thought, this is not even scraping what I'd be getting on agency still. And then I spoke to my friend that was on maternity leave, and she said that so you get paid close to your full salary for I think 6 months, and then for the last 3 months or for the rest of the months is statutory, which is what agency workers get. So I calculated those six months and added to my salary, and still it was less than agency. So I thought, no, this is a no-brainer. I'm out. So as an agency worker, if I need to go on holiday, you guys have seen how we go on holiday. You just have to take the pay cut, because in the grand scheme of things, when you calculate your full salary for the year and you deduct those 2 weeks you went on holiday or that day you took off, it's still more than permanent worker. So you just have to make that decision of that healthy decision that you're going to take that day off, and it's fine. It's okay.
It's okay, yeah.
But that transition, I'll say it was smooth, but at the same time I was very wary of the fact that I had to be a bit more confident. But at that time, I knew my stuff already. I felt like I could deal with anything anyway. So whatever deep end that they throw you into as agency, because they do, I felt like I could deal with it anyway. So that transition was okay. And then when I was experiencing it, it was actually real that they actually give you, because you're the one earning more money, they just chuck it. They won't say that's why, but they do. Yeah,
literally, because you're there. And I always say in my videos that you're there to fill a gap, or to feel like to respond to the crisis. So my first agency role, I remember Ofsted were in this local authority, and they had cases that were just all like literally, I was literally using my hands and my feet to clean up cases. That was literally what my life was, and people were dropping out of the service like flies, and that was the reason why they needed to have a lot of agency workers there, because they needed people to clean up what was happening at the time. So yeah, I would say definitely when you're like doing that transition, just know like you're leaving something that potentially you might be quite comfortable in, you know what you're doing, you've been able to navigate, you're a bit protected because obviously you're permanent member of stuff. They want to keep you, they want to retain their staff, they want to make sure like they're going to give you bonuses, they want to keep you, they don't want to have a high turnover.
I was going to say, when you made that decision to leave permanent, did they try to keep you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course they did. They were just like, no, why are you leaving? No, you can't leave. Like, what do you want to do? Like, we want to help you career progress. We want to do this with you. Like, we see so much potential. Like, you're a good worker. And I was just like, well, I've just made the decision. Yeah. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I've actually decided, like, this is what I'm going to do now, and it's going to help me get a lot of experience, and I can move around and have a bit more flexibility. So I was really just like churning out the pros. But obviously when you're permanent and you're comfortable and you like your team, easily I could have stayed in my team.
Yeah, I could have easily stayed.
Yeah,
but when I
yeah.
had a goal to get a house on my own, and the numbers were not making it physically possible to do it on my own to achieve what I wanted, I literally have no choice. When the actual not service manager, the director of children's services heard that I was leaving, because we had a relationship already, she emailed me directly saying, what can we do to make you stay, like, because I started girls group as well, so that was still like very fresh. So so she was like, what can we do to make you stay? Then I had a meeting with the deputy director where she said to me, listen to this. She said to me, we can actually, she goes, Steph, we can give you the top end of a senior pay and progress you to senior. Please believe, when I was a social worker on the team and I asked how to go to senior, they told me that I have to do a progression course thing. I have to do a progression course thing, and then that will give me the low end of senior, and then I have to then every year work my way up to the high end of senior. But then when I threatened to leave, this is when you now want to just give me the role, just hand it over to me and give me the top end of it. But still, it wasn't giving me what the agency, it was a good 15k more than what I would have been earning. So I was just like, yeah, I still have to leave because I've made that decision to buy a 3-bed. She goes, why do you need a 3-bed? She said, why don't you just get a 1-bed? Why don't you, is it just you, do you have kids? I said, no. She goes, you'd be okay with 1-bed. I think it's your own daughter that should go and get the 1-bed, because that's not what, I was thinking, why do you
That's not my ambition.
Yeah, why, you should be telling me to, aim high. Why are you telling me to aim low? Reduce my expectations of myself. Why?
Yeah.
That wasn't good, That's actually not good. And some people were actually going, maybe you're right. Like,
yeah, I don't actually need a 3
yeah,
bed.
maybe
I
for
can
now.
settle with a 2 or a 1.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank God I didn't listen, because I was young, to be honest.
Yeah.
But the transition was just know that when you're transitioning, there will be these sort of persuasions. That's trying to make you stay permanent if you're good.
If you're good, If you're not good,
then they'll probably
we've been trying to get rid. We've been trying to get rid, but we just didn't know how. So we're so glad. Obviously, I would say expect, like, when you're going agency, to be in a lot of demand. High demand. Yeah, high demand. When you're handing in your notice period and you find an agency role, most of the time they want you to start as soon as possible, like straight away. Yeah, literally. Yeah. But obviously, with a permanent role, you've got to give a certain amount of time, weeks notice, and then I think it's 4 weeks. Yeah. It might be 6, but
it is a month.
It's a month.
It's a month for permanent, like normal workers. Managers, I think it's 2 months.
Yeah. So you've got to give your 4 weeks notice in, and then obviously you've got to kind of, if you've got any annual leave, you got to deduct. So there's a lot of things that you have to prepare for. Yeah. Tying up your cases, like saying goodbyes to families, colleagues that you've worked with that you've got on really well with, and stuff like that, and just obviously just tying up the loose ends and then keeping it moving. When you started agency, like, obviously you got that phone call. Did you go with that first agent that contacted you?
I actually did.
Did you?
Yeah, surprisingly, because I think when I was, like, before I got my first job in London, because my first job was in Hertfordshire, I applied to multiple agencies, but I didn't know what I was doing. I was just looking for a job. But then the phone call I got, like, I just thought, you know what? I just said it's God, because I was in that period where I was discussing all this agency stuff, trying to make that decision, and boom. I know exactly where I was driving till today, where I got that phone call, and till today I'm still with the same agency guy. You're
a loyal customer. She is very loyal.
To be fair, for a good 2 years he was offering me £300 or £250, 300 every 3 months
as retention. That's really good.
Yeah, that was a good incentive
to stay. Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to him.
Yeah, now he's got me, because he's been good to me. He does everything that I need him to do. Can't complain. I do recommend. But guys, if you ever need a social work job and you're struggling, please don't hesitate to comment down below. Not comment down below, sorry. Email us in the email in the description box and we can help you.
Change.
We'll speak about that a bit more at the end of the video, so please keep watching, but we're about to end the video anyway.
Yeah, so for me, I also signed up with different agencies, and I've still kept the details of those because I will go back and forth. It depends on who gets the jobs.
Basically.
So if they come up with the job first, I'm more than likely to go with that agency as opposed to staying with the one and saying, oh, I know this job's come out, can you get it for me? Because they've come to me first, so I just like to treat people respectfully. But I've still got like good relationships with the first agency that I started off with, still got their details. I'm signed up with a few others and they just keep me in the loop as to roles that I might be interested in. But yeah, I think the transition wasn't too difficult. I think once you get into being an agency worker, the only challenge that you might have is your financial aspect.
In what way?
As in, you then have to decide. You don't even have to decide, because what the government did to agency workers was then introduce IR35.
They took it away.
No.
They took it away.
They haven't taken it away.
Outside Sorry, they introduced it. But we don't know what it felt like because we got agency roles after that change. But the people that were
before, they were
raking it.
Literally.
But I heard IR35's coming back.
IR35 is here.
They're taking it away?
They took it away. So Kwarteng took it away.
They're taking it away.
They're not. Kwarteng took it away and said it will be Kwarteng. Kwame. The chancellor, that
Kwame Chow.
Kwame, he's done it. He's removed it, and then obviously they've done a U-turn on all of that. So basically, IR35, and I don't know it because I've had to do so much reading and research into this stuff. Yeah, basically, it's just you have to work under people who are not directly employed and they're like agency contractors. You'd basically have like maybe an umbrella company by which you're paid if you're not like your own limited company. So a lot of social workers before, we were able to be like limited companies, and then you'd set up your own business and then you could claim all your expenses, etc, 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 and then literally you'd basically get paid that directly, right? And then you charge whatever. But now we have to go through umbrella companies, and they do all of the financial stuff for you. So basically your umbrella company are the people who employ you. Yeah, your agency take a cut from your pay, your umbrella company takes a cut from your pay, then you get taxed, and then you receive your pay. So yeah, that's the only bit that I found a bit techie, the whole umbrella, using umbrellas, but that's even another video.
I was literally about to say, that's another video, like.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? Another thing with the whole transition is you're getting paid on a weekly basis as opposed to on a monthly basis when you're permanent. So at first you're bare excited, like I'm rich. I've always got money now. Like it's not like I have to wait until you've always got money. You're getting paid like 1K every week or something. And you're just like, yeah, you're just facilitating life, not facilitating.
You hurt my bad knee.
Is the knee hurt?
Is the knee hurt? Yeah.
Shell, you need to go to the doctor.
I
do. But yeah, no, so you're getting paid weekly. Now you need to understand how to manage your finances. That's part of the whole transition. It's going to be a whole new way of living. So you need to actually know, it's going to change your whole saving strategy, basically.
Savings, expenses, outgoings, everything. Bills, everything. Because whilst there's pros to being paid on a weekly basis, there's always, I think there's cons as well. If you're really piss poor at managing finances, getting paid weekly might not be it for you. Monthly works well because you know, okay, I get paid at the end of the month, I can get this much. Weekly.
Do you like it?
Hell no!
I love it.
I hate it. because I know I'm getting paid weekly. I hate it.
Oh my gosh, I can't, like, I literally, it keeps me on, like, I'm very, like, focused. Like, I don't forget about saving because it comes so quickly. It's coming, the money's coming. I get paid on a Wednesday.
Fridays.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Friday, to be fair, but mine's Wednesday. So then when I know Wednesday's coming, I know that in that week, X amount is coming out. So I know how much I'm going to take from my savings, from my pay to put aside. And that happens on a weekly basis. So that routine is there. That saving routine is there. I don't have to wait monthly where I forget, oh, I need to save, or I need to, you know, it's just constant.
Yeah. I think for
It
me,
really helps.
where monthly works is because mostly everything else in life is you pay council tax monthly, you pay your bills monthly, like everything else.
But
is
your
monthly.
bills,
I could do weekly, but I do monthly.
but are your bills, like, even though they're monthly, are they end of the month, mid month, or is it all end of the month?
I do all the first of the month.
Oh, everything.
Every living bill.
Oh, I wish I was. Well, I don't wish I was that. No.
I do not. House bills, my personal bills, they're a bit scattered, but my house bills, everything is on the same damn day, and I'm not changing it because I need that. I need that. Like,
you can't change it. You don't have to change your saving
saving strategy.
Yeah. So basically, like, my car would come out on the 13th of every month. My council tax comes out like the last week of the month. My mortgage, that one is not my business, I can't lie. My gas and electric, first of every month. So at least I know how much is coming out from the weeks.
Yeah. So you can literally just allocate.
And there's certain weeks when nothing's coming out, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I can save a huge chunk. So it's very, like, constant saving.
Yeah.
But I think each to their own, really.
Yeah. For me, I know the last 2 weeks of the month I need to prioritize bills. Okay. Then the first 2 weeks is like it's a bit loose. So that's how it works for me, and obviously that's how it works for you.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, like we said, actually, before we end the video. Okay. So me and Shells, I feel like we're here giving you guys so much information. However, a lot of people use this information for their benefit. Great, and that's what it's here for. However, we were thinking of how else we could help you guys. There are people that want to go agency but don't know how. Number one, don't know where to start. Number two, don't know where to find these jobs, or they're not getting enough jobs in their emails, or it's not stuff that they're interested in. Just know that Shells and I can actually help, because where we've been agency for years, we have quite a huge database of jobs that we get sent and people don't have access to. So we thought, you know what, we're not taking these roles, it's just sitting in our emails. There might be people that are interested. How about we actually bring people on and get them connected with these roles so they can flourish and earn, you know. So we thought, you know what, let's just create an email address where you can just say, hi, I'm looking for a job in XYZ. We'll send you a form to know what kind of teams you're interested in, so that, and teams and areas that you're interested in. And then when the jobs come into our inbox, or pretty much just sitting there anyway, we'll then direct you to who to speak to regarding those roles. And if there isn't anything in that moment, we will let you know. So that's one thing that we're going to do for you guys as well. But yeah, exciting stuff. Yeah, it will really help other people, and that's just what we're here for, really. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you took from it, and we will see you guys in our next video. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe to I Am Shells and Wonder's World. And we have exciting content. Actually, our Thailand vlog must be out by now. If it's not out, it's coming out.
It's coming in.
See ya. Bye.
We have been.
Shells, that is so zoomed in. On the TV, we'll probably be jumping out of the screen.
Hold on. We'll be jumping out of the screen.
Seriously. Transition. Cool.
Yeah.
Channel, and once again we have our friend Shells.
Hey.
Woo!
Not the way.
Yeah, we have our friend Shells. She's not a guest, she's our friend. You know, we're all. Okay, no, I was about to be very princey with all the family. No, we're not.
She's so basic.
I'm gonna crap that out. No, we have our friend Shells. Welcome back to my YouTube chat. Welcome back.